What's up, everybody? The few people that are here anyway, because, I feel like apologizing for being so inactive on YouTube and all that jazz, but I feel like I don't need to because I'm not a big shot like Rob Dyke or Smosh or something like that. I'm not like a big shot. I need to apologize for being so inactive because I didn't upload the next episode. Why would you put that on the internet? No, I'm just I said, I don't know what, a month ago now, I was gonna start a new web series. I never got around to it because my schedule just got hectic. But I got some spare time, and I decided to use it wisely, and I'm going to do that web series, and we're just going to open up here, and I'm going to explain, and if you guys even remember the website Meez and why that shit died and went down to shit, and why Rome fell to shit, buddy. I've been watching a lot of South Park lately, keeping up that new season, guys, so you should watch that, friend. But let's get serious for a minute. It's time to talk about why that shit died. So stay tuned. And I've just been inactive, just completely with the Cast Clan. That got me into some trouble. I haven't been playing on that Call of Duty lately, man. And now I got all the expansion packs for Sims 3. I've been smashed into that with my spare time. But enough about this shamaz, if that's even a word anymore. We're going to continue this video, and I'm going to explain to you why Meez died, and it's going to be hyper canned from when I'm filming that screen because Fraps is being a bitch, and I can't get the screen recorder without uninstalling these updates, and I'm probably going to upgrade to Windows 10 soon anyway because it's free, so I decided it ain't fucking worth it. So, screw you, buddy. Let's go. Okay, so it's been a few hours since I made the intro you just saw, not gonna lie, but now I'm getting back in the business, trying to make this shit come back. Now, I might have to stop swearing and drop the video because some little kid's gonna get offended and he's gonna get it flagged, and only 18 plus are gonna get to watch it. Even though, okay, now I do have to say this, I'm pretty sure everyone, except for like maybe Five Below, like the little store, has heard all these words before. Okay, so it's nothing new. You may not know the real definition, okay, but they've heard the words. Whether it be because their dad watched the Raiders lose a game and he threw a tantrum, and I use the Raiders because they suck and they lose games. I mean, they're doing better this season, but anyway, let's just get back on topic. It's time to explain why Meez died. So, as many of you may know, or if you're a little new to this whole internet thing, you probably don't know, or if you're just much younger, the next generation, you definitely don't know what it is. And I'd like to say it was a site because it hardly is that anymore. And that's because almost no one's on there anymore. And it's died because the whole purpose of it is gone. But let's explain why. So I guess let's start from the origins during the time it mattered. The year was 2008, and it was time to join the new fad. The scene in emo days. You had to be seen, you had to be emo, even though you probably weren't in real life. The internet was the place to exploit that. Now, scenes and emos. Apparently there's a difference. If I say there's not a difference, I'm going to get some angry comments from people who probably used to live like that, but aren't exactly anymore, because I don't know if it's really a thing anymore. But yeah, let's try to be politically correct. Okay? Capiche, but I can't say that because that discriminates against Italian Americans. And I am 25% Italian, but if you've been keeping up with South Park, you can't say it. So anyway, those were the days. And yes, goths too, which are different. Again, 3 different things. Let's cover that part of the book. Turn the page, you know what I mean? So, that's practically what it was. You know, it was a place for those kinds of people. You went on. Whether you lied, you were 13 or older, or you really were 13 or older, which probably 13 and saying, yeah, I'm old, which, by the way, you aren't. And you joined this site, you went to the magical world of Meez, and you chose a neighborhood, and you went to Hell's Kitchen and Arcadia, and all that fun jazz. And you enjoyed that lifestyle. And you went on every day, and you talked to people, you met people, you started fights with people, you had cyber sex with 20 people, and you were sexually confused because you were really only 9 years old at the time because you lied to your 13-year-old. But that's okay, because that was the shit then, and you had to do it. It made the years 2008 through 2010 what they were. That was the bomb, and you had to partake in this awesome website. But of course nothing lasts forever, and of course it digressed a little bit with people who committed to the site through 2011 and 2012, and really by then the site had died and people just kind of forgot about it. And now you're left with worse features than it was before. Say hello to Meez Beta, where you get to see all the things you used to like to do gone. But thankfully, if you actually still like the site, classic.meez.com is the way to go. So check that out if you actually still care about the site, which nobody does anymore. But of course, there's a little brief introduction to the site, which, yes, it really made the sceeny beanies and the emos what they were. Through that internet, they could really express their opinions of similar groups of people, and it kind of made sense. But it died all down for a reason. It got worse. It just wasn't the same anymore. The new features were thrown at you like, I don't know a good simile to use here, but let's just say they were thrown at you. And VIP came out, and it was pretty cool, and I'm not gonna lie, I did purchase a little 1-month membership. Yeah, and I got to have a pet dragon, so, yeah, joke's on you. So then it's kind of working its way back to Club Penguin roots, where you have to pay for shit, and you can't really do anything unless you do fork over your credit card. So that was a little, that was still during the time it was relevant, and you still saw the same people on there, the people that mattered. You saw the same original people that you really wanted to spend time with, and that was really what it was about. It was the people who made it. But then suddenly, people grew out of the phase, and you're realizing, where's this person gone? Where's this bitch gone? What happened to that buddy? Where's that friend? Where's that guy? They're all just starting to disappear. And there's too much new, crappy features. The site is being thrown down. It hasn't even been kept up. It's just losing its feel. It's like when you play that video game every single day, then you realize you beat the video game, and you just throw the controller down and buy a new video game because you realize it just isn't the same anymore. And that's kind of what happened. And as the fad died out, and these once 16-year-old girls grew up and they were 21 where they could legally drink, and they decided, I can't go to a bar looking like someone that belongs on the side of an ice cream truck. And I'm just taking a quote from Rob Dyke while we put it on the internet, so I'm not trying to get sued by the guy because that's a great channel. You're looking like a little ice cream cone or a blood on a dance floor disaster, and you're going into a bar, and you decide, hey, I'm growing up. What is this bullshit? I look like a fool. I mean, Hello Kitty's for 4-year-olds, And it is. But yeah, whether you acted like it just to feel cool and belong, or you really were part of these fads in your real life, you enjoyed that site, and that was where you really spent most of your social time. But it started to disintegrate. People grew up. They moved on. And now you're sitting there staring at your screen. And you're like, well, gee, it's over. But really, you never sat there and thought that. Because what happened is that you played it every day. And all of a sudden, one day, you stopped going on the site. You didn't realize you stopped going on the site until like a year later you thought about it and said, hey, remember that website? Then you go back to that website. And you open the homepage, and you see it's this shitty beta version, and you kind of ignore that because you go to classic.meez.com because you're smart. But then you realize, hey, all these friends haven't been on since, what, 600 fucking days. ridiculous amounts of time has passed, and you realize you're going back into a time portal. And then you go to Meez Nation. This room is empty. That room is empty. There's no original rooms being advertised anymore, and you just put your brakes on. You go to a shitty, what was it called? I don't even know, some beach thing, and you see just basic ass bitches trying to be cool, like the site's still relevant. They're really 13 years old. And you sit there and you cry and you remember, where was I during 2008 when these people mattered, and I'm never going to be able to talk to these people again. And I'm a veteran to this site, and that's something you can never take away from me. And you cry for an hour more. Then you realize, wow, it's just a website. Grow up, fuck up. But yeah, you're looking back into just a time portal. You remember that's just the era. It's the fad of those 3 years where people listened to Blood on the Dance Floor and broke inside of pride. And they said they cut themselves, but they never really did. And that's to no offense, people actually did, because if you do, you should probably get help, to be honest. But people thought that was actually cool. And then pretty much every scene girl in there was bisexual, because that was also cool at the time. So it was cool at the time. Yeah, sexuality was considered cool, because you were really straight, but you decided that, yeah, if I just lie I'm bisexual, then they won't question why I'm with a guy when I'm a girl, or whatever. That was the whole debate. While you're playing your little broken side in your Blood on the Dance Floor, and every lyric is about sex, and you're really just like, what, 12 years old, because you lied about the age thing. You're like, what do all these words mean? And then all of a sudden you're like 18 years old, and but you really probably won't, yeah, you'd be 18, I guess, and you're looking back at it, and you're saying, wow, now I get all this shit. That was fucked up. And then you hope and pray for the next generation. It's all about fucked up. All this shit. I mean, okay, this whole next generation's fucked up. I'm not going to talk about that right now. Cause, I mean, Donald Trump's running for president. Bernie Sanders, people are thinking he's a good president, but I don't want to offend anyone right now, so let's just talk about the website. Just please, bear with this. See, that's pretty much what happened. And it's really the main core reason it died is because the scene and emo phase died out, and that was the site that really was what showed that fad. It's what the fad was. It's where it was. It's where everyone in the world who was part of this fad could meet up and join and lie and cheat people out of money and ask for credit card numbers. But none of that really happened. But yeah, you see what I mean. People got banned because they swore too much, or they cheated in coins with a Z in, or who knows what happened. But everyone died off of it, and that whole phase is over now. So you can go on that site if you want. But unless you find people who are also looking back in time, you're not gonna like the new people. So that's really all I gotta say. The main reason why it died is because the fat died. So it's really caused by something else dying. But there's many other reasons why things fall to shit. And that's all I gotta say for this video. And that was a good time, man. If I had a time machine, I'd probably visit those times again. But I don't. And nobody does, because it's impossible. Because think about it. Travel back to the past, I mean, then people would already be coming from the future. Because it exists in the future. So that means they could still be coming back here already. You see, let's not get into too much debate. I've been dragging this on. So yes, it's dead. Meez is dead for that reason. Have a good day. I said I'd make the video and I didn't. It's kind of long. But this web series, it's going to become a thing. And we'll see what's up for next week. Because I got a lot of shit to talk about. Will it be? Who will it be? Not really who, but what. Stay tuned.